How does nature scatter seeds? A seed is the reproductive structure of a plant, which contains the embryo of a future plant and a supply of nutrients to help it grow until it can produce its own food through photosynthesis. Seeds are formed after pollination, when the male gamete from a pollen grain fuses with the female gamete in the ovule of a flower. Once fertilization occurs, the ovule develops into a seed, which is then dispersed from the parent plant to find a suitable environment for germination. The structure of a seed varies depending on the plant species, but most seeds consist of three main parts. 1. The seed coat. This is the outer layer of the seed, which protects the embryo and the endosperm inside. The seed coat can be thick or thin, and may have various textures, colors, and patterns depending on the plant species. 2. The endosperm. This is the nutrient-rich tissue that surrounds the embryo, providing it with the energy and nutrients it needs to grow until it can produce its own food. The endosperm is typically made up of carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids. 3. The embryo. This is the miniature version of the future plant, which contains the embryonic shoot, root, and one or two cotyledons, seed leaves. The embryonic shoot will eventually grow into the stem and leaves of the plant, while the embryonic root will grow into the plant's root system. Seeds are essential for the reproduction and survival of most plants, allowing them to spread their offspring over a wide area and increase their chances of finding suitable conditions for growth and reproduction. Nature has several mechanisms for scattering seeds to ensure that plants can reproduce and spread their offspring over a wide area. Some of the most common ways nature scatters seeds include: 1. Wind. Many plants produce lightweight seeds that are designed to be carried away by the wind. These seeds often have features like wings, parachutes, or feathery appendages that help them stay aloft and travel long distances. For example, dandelions produce small seeds with a fluffy pappus that helps them float on the wind. Similarly, the samara seed of the maple tree has a wing-like structure that allows it to spin and fly through the air. 2. Water. Some plants have seeds that can float, allowing them to be carried downstream by rivers and streams. Water also helps to soften the hard outer shells of some seeds, making them more likely to germinate. Coconut palms, for example, have seeds with a tough outer shell that can float on water for months or even years, allowing them to travel long distances and colonize new islands. Similarly, some aquatic plants have seeds that can survive being eaten by animals or carried by currents before germinating in a new location. 3. Animals. Many plants have evolved to use animals to help spread their seeds. Some plants have fruits or berries that animals eat, and the seeds are then excreted in a new location. Other plants have seeds that have hooks, spines, or other adaptations that allow them to stick to the fur or feathers of passing animals. For example, birds and mammals that eat fruit like cherries or strawberries will often disperse the seeds through their feces. Other plants have seeds with hooks or barbs that can attach to the fur or feathers of passing animals. Burdock plants, for instance, have seeds that are covered in hooks that can stick to the fur of passing animals, allowing them to be carried long distances before falling off and germinating. 4. Explosions. Some plants have seed pods that are designed to burst open when they are ripe, scattering seeds in all directions. This is particularly common in plants like poppies and impatiens. For example, the impatiens plant has seed pods that explode when touched, sending the seeds flying up to several meters away. Similarly, the fruit of the balsam tree has explosive pods that shoot the seeds up to several meters away from the parent plant. 5. Gravity. Finally, some plants simply rely on gravity to help their seeds spread. These plants often produce heavy seeds that fall to the ground and roll or bounce away from the parent plant. For example, the horse chestnut tree produces large seeds that fall to the ground and roll away from the parent tree, allowing them to germinate in a new location. Similarly, the acorn of the oak tree is a heavy seed that falls to the ground and can be carried away from the parent tree by animals like squirrels, allowing it to germinate in a new location. Overall, nature has evolved a wide variety of mechanisms for seed dispersal, ensuring that plants can reproduce and spread over a wide area. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.